after already seeing the first ever trillion-dollar defense budget. Will you vote yes?
Well, let me just start by saying that I am certainly shedding no tears, and I'm really glad to see the toppling of the really brutal Ayatollah and his regime. But the problem here is that the president has really gone in with a weakened hand by not coming to Congress. He should have asked for an authorization for use of military force. He has essentially been all over the map when it comes to what the actual day after plan is here. He's cut off the head of a serpent, and it's unclear who it is that's even running Iran right now that unconditional surrender would come from. It's a preposterous definition that Caroline Leavitt laid out. Unconditional surrender in war, which is what this clearly is when the defeated the defeated enemy.
This is an interesting moment here. We want to get to you on the funding issue in DHS, Congresswoman, but as we talk about this conflict that's underway in Iran, and I realize that you have some issues that you've already pointed out, do you worry as well about an increased threat when it comes to domestic terrorism?
It is deeply concerning because there was not a day after plan, because there was not the kind of preparation necessary. You have Iran that is now attacking our allies. We have a concerning act of potentially domestic terrorism that occurred in Austin, Texas. That is why Congress is supposed to be consulted and has the sole authority in the Constitution to declare war here. The president needs to make sure that he articulates what the actual plan is. And as a senior appropriator, Joe, I'll tell you that I'm really concerned that the depletion of our munitions, I've talked to the defense industry as well, and they are very concerned. I will support a supplemental because we have our military over there, and we need to make sure that we're protecting our national security interests and ensuring that they have the resources that they need. But the president needs to deal with the American people.
Have you heard from any of your other Democratic colleagues if they will also get on board with supplemental funding? There is reporting that there could be some things tacked onto a bill in order to get more in your party on board. Or do you think that this could be perhaps an easy vote for Democrats?
Well, those negotiations will take place as we move forward. We obviously have a lot of concerns when it comes to particularly DHS, as you mentioned. They need to rein in ICE and ensure that when they're engaged in enforcement actions, that they take the masks off, that they put identification on, that they are not barreling people's doors down and engaging in illegal searches and seizures, that they follow the Constitution. Pretty simple asks. We need to make sure that we can get that accomplished so we can reopen the Department of Homeland Security.
Does a new head of the department help? I know a lot of Democrats have said no to this question, that this doesn't help to unlock a funding deal for DHS simply because Kristi Noem has been removed. But if Mark Wayne Mullen, the senator from Oklahoma, is in fact confirmed, he's going to have to get some Democratic support there, right? Would he not be open to making some of those changes? Is that your hope? I
mean, I'm ever optimistic, but I'm not suspecting that's likely. He's been a total loyalist to Donald Trump. I mean, I had a good relationship with him when he served in Congress, but he's not demonstrated any independence, and I would expect he would just carry out and do Donald Trump's bidding. But it is good that Kristi Noem is gone. She wasn't qualified, and she repealed temporary protective status. She blew $600 million on a detention center in the middle of the Everglades, violating tribal sovereignty and the environment. She needed to go.
In the final minute we have you, Congresswoman, I'd love to get your reaction to this reporting that Russia is providing intelligence to Iran. What sort of response would you want to see from the administration when it comes to this, and just how big a risk could this mean for the battlefield?
Oh, you mean Donald Trump's best friend, Vladimir Putin, in Russia? I mean, this is what I mean when I say there are unintended consequences when a president engages in war without careful and thoughtful planning, consultation, and involvement with Congress, making a case to the American people, ensuring we're going to have the resources. And now this is expanding. Iran has attacked our allies in the region. We see, gas prices went up 50 cents a gallon in Florida, Diesel prices have gone up an average of 34 cents, and 80% of businesses with consumables use diesel fuel. This is beginning to spiral, and it's deeply concerning. And we need the president to level with the American people and communicate about what the plan is moving forward. And we need to wrap this up and ensure that we can keep our nation safe.